Dear students, in this lecture, we will discuss about fuel cell, introduction and classification of fuel cell. Fuel cell is an energy conversion device which converts chemical energy of a fuel directly into electrical energy through a chemical reaction between fuel and oxidant. As we know, in a fuel, the chemical energy is stored in the form of chemical bond, and when that chemical bond is broken by oxidation or any other process, the chemical energy of bond get converted to another form of energy. In fuel cell, the chemical energy of bond of chemical fuel is converted to electrical energy due to oxidation of that bond by oxidizing agent. The history of fuel cell indicates that the work leading to an operational fuel cell was started in the early 18th century, and Sir William Grew is the discoverer of fuel cell. After that, in the remainder of the 18th century, scientists tried to develop different fuel cells using various fuels and electrolytes. However, work in the first half of the 20th century became the foundation for fuel cell systems which later used in the Apollo space missions. In 1959, Francis T. Bacon successfully demonstrated the first fully operational fuel cell, that is Bacon fuel cell. The fuel cell generates electricity from an electrochemical reaction using external supply of chemical energy. That means in a fuel cell, the chemical energy in the form of chemical fuel and oxidant are supplied externally at respective electrodes to undergo redox or electrochemical reactions to produce electricity. Therefore, fuel cell provides electricity continuously as long as it is supplied with fuel and oxidant externally, which undergoes electrochemical reactions and provide continuous electricity. This makes fuel cell superior than galvanic cell, as galvanic cell holds a closed store of energy within it. When the anode in galvanic cell is consumed during oxidation process to provide energy, the galvanic cell must be discarded or recharged. Whereas in fuel cell, as we are providing fuel and oxidant externally, the anode and cathode will play or they will help in electron transfer and not get consumed. Therefore, fuel cell provides electricity continuously as long as we are providing fuel and oxidant externally. Now the fuel cell converts chemical energy of a fuel directly into electrical energy, whereas in the case of heat engine, to convert chemical energy to electrical energy, three operations have to be performed. That is energy transformations, for example, chemical energy to heat energy to mechanical energy, and finally mechanical energy to electrical energy. As every energy transformation is associated with some energy loss, the process which involves fewer energy transformations exhibit better efficiency. Therefore, fuel cells are ideally suited for applications which requires electrical energy as the end product rather than mechanical energy. Now next we will discuss about the working of fuel cell, that is how fuel cell works. All fuel cells are based around a central design using two electrodes separated by a solid or liquid electrolyte, which carries ions from anode to cathode or from cathode to anode. In particular, the fuel cell contains three compartments. First is anodic compartment, second is cathodic compartment, and middle is electrolyte compartment. The anodic compartment has a fuel inlet and a excess fuel outlet. Cathodic compartment has one inlet for oxidant and an outlet for the byproduct water, unused gases and heat produced. The electrolyte compartment contains solid or liquid electrolyte which carries ions from anode to cathode or from cathode to anode. Here, the anode and cathode are generally made from the porous materials containing a catalyst coating on its surface. Now, if we look about the working of fuel cell, suppose the fuel, say hydrogen, enters into fuel cell through fuel inlet. At anode, in presence of catalyst, the fuel undergoes oxidation. The generated electrons enters into external circuit and travel towards cathode through external circuit. Whereas the ions produced due to oxidation of fuel migrate from anode to cathode through the electrolyte. At cathode, the oxidant oxygen enters into fuel cell and in presence of catalyst at cathode surface, the oxidant reacts with electrons and ions which are migrated from anode to cathode to form water molecule. As electrons are shifting from anode to cathode, the current is shifting from cathode to anode. That means the overall process for fuel cell is nothing but the fuel reacts with oxygen, give rise to oxidation product and electricity. Next, we will discuss about the classification of fuel cells. Fuel cells are classified mainly on the two bases. The first is operating temperature and nature of electrolyte. The electrolyte used in fuel cell may be water based or polymer membrane based or solid ceramic based. The efficiency of fuel cell is based on mobility of electrolyte. That is how effectively the electrolyte transfer ions from anode to cathode. Therefore, it is important to maintain the ionic mobility of electrolyte. In this context, the operating temperature of fuel cell play an important role in increasing the efficiency of fuel cell. Now, on the basis of operating temperature, the fuel cells are classified into three types. The first is low temperature fuel cell with operating temperature below 100 degrees Celsius. For example, alkaline fuel cell and polymer electrolyte membrane fuel cell. Second is medium temperature fuel cell with operating temperature between 100 to 250 degrees Celsius. For example, phosphoric acid fuel cell. And third is high temperature fuel cell with operating temperature greater than 250 degrees Celsius, for example, molten carbonate fuel cell and solid oxide fuel cell. The second basis for classification of fuel cell is nature of electrolyte. On the basis of nature of electrolyte, the various fuel cells are there. First is alkaline or hydrogen oxygen or pack-on fuel cell. Here, the aqueous alkali, for example, aqueous sodium hydroxide or aqueous potassium hydroxide is used as electrolyte. And as the aqueous solution it requires low temperature to maintain its ionic mobility. That is, it is a low temperature fuel cell. The second is polymer electrolyte membrane fuel cell, in which the solid proton exchangeable membrane, polymeric membrane is used as electrolyte. Here also the operating temperature is below 100 degrees Celsius. The third is phosphoric acid fuel cell. Here 98% phosphoric acid is used as electrolyte, and as we know, the phosphoric acid is dense. To maintain its ionic mobility, the operating temperature is near about 200 degrees Celsius. That is, it is medium temperature fuel cell. The fourth is molten carbonate fuel cell. In this fuel cell, the molten carbonate salt mixture, for example, molten mixture of lithium carbonate and potassium carbonate is used as the electrolyte, as it is salt mixture to maintain its ionic mobility of that molten salt mixture. The operating temperature is near about 650 degrees Celsius. That means it is high temperature fuel cell. And last is solid oxide fuel cell. Here the oxygen ion conducting solid ceramic is used as the electrolyte, and it is also an example of high temperature fuel cell. Thank you.